about Jay Lenox. Carolyn Stolzer joins us from BeckElderLaw.com to check in and get a chance to meet some of the other well-respected and trusted lawyers in the team. Carolyn, welcome back to Big 550 KTRS.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
We were talking off the air. You, early on in your world, you liked estate planning and estate law. That's what you gravitated to.
Yeah, it really is. I just always knew that I didn't want to do litigation. I didn't want to do trial law. That's not my personality. My dad is actually an estate planning attorney, but he works for high net worth individuals,
right.
So very different from what I do.
Yeah.
But I just always knew I wanted to go that transactional route.
What was it with estate planning that sort of, once you found out about it, you sort of gravitated towards it?
I really enjoyed writing, and that's really the main piece of the job, apart from, meeting face-to-face with clients and helping them work through their issues. But
you have to write. I mean, you have to set
draft
up
documents.
Draft documents,
yes.
And figure it out and find out what the client really wants.
Oh, yeah, and tweak it to make it exactly what their wishes are. And
right.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a world, for me, personally, I never thought I'd need it. I never thought I wanted it. I don't know what you people are talking about. And then all of a sudden it hit me smack in the face that, oh my goodness, I better do something about this. And luckily you guys were there at the right time. But it's something you don't think about until you actually have to think about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're seeing a lot of people when they're just in the crisis mode. But what we typically say is anybody 18 and older needs to get their estate planning in place.
Anyone 18 and or older?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, why is that?
So the reason for that is because of power of attorney documents in particular. So essentially, once you've turned 18, nobody can make those decisions financially or healthcare-wise for you apart from yourself. So if you're incapacitated and you have not legally set up those documents, there's nobody that can make those decisions for you unless you've set those up.
Interesting. Even though you in college or whatever else, you got $20 to your name, you're just getting started, you don't have a lot of money, that's not necessarily the thing you should be focusing on.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Really interesting. You guys charge for a fee as opposed by hour, which is great.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think a common misconception is that all attorneys have billable hours and bill on an hourly rate. That is not our firm whatsoever. We never want our clients to think that we're looking at the clock while we're talking with them. We want to really focus on the issue at hand and their matter. And so we bill on a flat fee basis based on the work we're doing for them.
I like that because I would have a question and I would, I don't want to, wait a minute, hold on a second. It's already done.
Exactly. So give us a call or shoot us an email and you're not going to be charged for that.
I could bother you guys all the time. It was great. And it was,
exactly.
there was no cutoff. It was fantastic. Talk to me about the difference between a will versus a will only versus a will and a trust. What's the difference? Why do I need one or the other? We throw these terms around and we don't know what they mean.
Exactly. So I would say 99% of the time when we are meeting with clients, there's going to be some sort of a trust involved in that process. The reason for that is that a simple will, a standalone last will and testament, is a one-way ticket to the probate court system. And so for our clients, we want to avoid that probate process, and that's where a trust comes in, typically a revocable living trust. But a trust allows you to keep your assets completely private after you're gone and avoid the probate process, meaning that there are less fees. And it's just a much simpler process for your loved ones.
Well, why do you even have a will if it doesn't do you any good?
Yeah, so we do always include a will alongside a trust, and that's referred to as a pour-over will. The idea is if something gets overlooked and accidentally ends up going through the probate court process, it's only in the deceased person's name, then we want to make sure that that will demonstrates to the probate court that that person did have a trust and that it reflects that trust and everything goes according to the terms of it.
Is there only one trust or are there a whole bunch of different trusts?
There's a whole bunch of different trusts. So what I just talked about was a revocable living trust, but there's also such thing as irrevocable trusts. We can do irrevocable trust planning for elder law purposes and asset protection purposes, but we can also do irrevocable trusts for purposes of, estate and gift tax purposes, which, that doesn't come up a whole lot in our practice, but is a possibility.
Yeah, I know that, not to get too personal, but I know Rudy helped me setting up a trust for the next generation. Emerson, she's 5, and he said, well, maybe it should be 35 one day and gets divorced.
Absolutely.
You want that money or whatever you hand her protected from a divorce 40 years ago, something I was never even thinking of. But
exactly.
It kind of makes sense.
Yep. So what you're talking about then is called a heritage trust. And when you create it, McGraw, that's revocable. But once you've passed away and that trust has been funded, it becomes irrevocable. And it'll protect the inheritance that your daughter is receiving from divorces, bankruptcies, creditors, lawsuits, anything you can think of in that manner.
Right. So a lawsuit won't be able to get to that trust.
Exactly.
Really important stuff.
Very important.
Yeah. The Beck Elder Law has been around 50 years. You sprucing up the place? You're bringing some new style, some new design to the place, I hope?
Yeah, so we actually just renovated the office about a year and a half ago. So, yeah, it's definitely been brightened up. Also, myself and Jay are taking over as the partners.
Right.
Rudy is retiring, and I say that with quotes. He is retiring, but I'm sure he'll still be around on a consulting basis.
He'll be the worst retired attorney in the world. He'll be in the office more now that he's retired than when he was working.
Right.
Yeah, pretty good. Now, real quick, you guys work both sides of the river, north, south, east, and west. Doesn't matter.
Does
you guys
not
are there
matter.
to help.
Yes. So all of our attorneys are licensed in Missouri. I'm also licensed in Illinois, and our newest attorney is also getting licensed in Illinois. So, yeah, we can help just about everybody. And
it is true, because you don't have to ask a lot of questions, but you just ask around in this space. And Beck Elder Law has the respect of the entire community. You guys have been around. You guys have been on the front lines, inside the courtrooms with judges and lawyers, and very well respected and well trusted. So you joined, and you're taking over a great company.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Carolyn Stolzer, here's the deal. If you are looking to protect your assets, mom's assets, the next generation's assets, that's all you need to know. Call. And you guys will take it from there.
Yes. And do you want me to give the number?
Sure, give the number.
All right. 636-946-7899.
Or BeckElderLaw.com. 636-946-7899. Or BeckElderLaw.com. Carolyn Stolzer, thanks for coming in. Good stuff.
Thank you so much.
All right, it's 8:57 here, Big 550 KTRS, St. Louis Closet Company, Traffic Center. Here's Captain Paul Kopsky. No. Here's Connor McCarthy.
All right, McGraw, that stalled vehicle on 270 southbound right before Olive has been moved off the road, still causing a bit of a residual slowdown there as traffic gets back up to speed. Other than that, 270 northbound right before 64, moving pretty slow, as well as